And today I'm going to do a layout, and this is the layout that I'm doing. It's actually, let's see, it's a project by Gina, and it's in the two-piece with the bucket member gallery. And actually it's a challenge that Glitter Girl had about using transparency for a layout. I have all these transparencies that I've been collecting over the years that I like, but I really don't know how to use it. So all these transparencies, I got them when QVC was like 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, was selling scrapbooking items. So then I got all these kits, but I really didn't know how to use it, and I haven't used not even one of them. So today I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to take the 2 peas in a bucket challenge of Glitter Girl, and I'm going to scrap this transparency, and I might use some of this. So let me put this aside. Notice that it has one picture. I'm actually going to use 2, and I am going to mat it on white cardstock. I'm going to be using some photo tabs to place my photos on my mat in case I want to pull those later in the future. Those photo tabs will not destroy my pictures. Now I'm going to use a ruler called Perfect Layers to mat my photos, and what this does, it gives you even spacing between your photo and your mat. And then it was a little too thick, so I went ahead and thinned out the layers a little more. I'm going to do the same thing with my second photo. And now I'm going to go ahead and take my white cardstock, and I'm going to glimmer mist it with 3 different colors. So, and these are complementary colors that will go with my transparency, the colors with my transparency. And then I'm going to dry it with the heat tool. Now I'm going to place my transparency, and I'm going to use a little bit of glue or adhesive to put it in place, but what's going to hold this in place is actually the stitching that I'm going to do around the border with my handheld sewing machine. And I'm going to make sure I secure the thread. I'm cutting lots of different strips of paper from scraps that I had around my scrapbooking room. And then I'm using my homemade washi tape that I created 2 or 3 weeks ago. What I have is the basic gray magnetic cutting board, and I'm using pegs to kind of hold things in place to kind of show me where or kind of audition where I'm going to put all my elements. I'm creating clusters. If you've seen my other videos of my layouts, I like to create clusters of different embellishments on either the right hand side or the left hand side of my my layouts. Now I'm placing my strips down, and some of them are overlapping, and I'm still placing some more strips. Now I'm gonna start placing my photos, but then I'm gonna ink the edges, because once I put it down, it didn't look. I didn't like the look that much, so I decided I should ink the edges to kind of make it pop a little better. Then I decided that I needed more strips, so I'm going to put another layer of strips on my layout. And I didn't worry about the last strip that I put on, because the photo is going to hide it, so you will not know that it's a quarter strip instead of a full strip. Now I'm going to put some of my my semicircles. I cut it in half so that way I'm going to be doing some journaling on those circles. And then I'm going to get another circle sticker for journaling. And I'm placing more stickers on top of that journaling spot. I'm using my an embellishment that I made some time ago using fabric and a Martha Stewart cartridge. I inked it, and now I'm placing it on my layout. And then that's one of my homemade flowers. And I'm putting some more embellishments on my layout. I'm going to stamp it. And I'm going to stamp the edges with a stamp that I found at Michael's for $1. And I thought it would be great to kind of use it to ink the edges. Now I'm using a combination of fonts, of sticker fonts, and then fonts that I cut out with my Cricut. I'm also going to put some pearls on my butterflies, and I'm using a date stamp, and also I'm going to handwrite my journaling. Okay, I'm done with my layout, and here it is. Okay, so this is the inspiration that I was going for, and this is my layout. So I think I did achieve, it does look a little bit like the inspiration. I got a little cluster here and another little cluster down here. And there's the pictures. And this is when I was a graduate nurse. Just after I graduated, I worked in the ICU in Florida for a little bit before I went into the military. So these are one of my few civilian pictures that I have as a nurse. And I hope you enjoy my tutorial and come back to see me for some more. Bye.